this buzzing sound? Is that supposed to happen?
Everything's under control, Larry.
Dude, this thing's gonna blow!
Relax. Just need to inject a little more helium. We're off, Larry. There's no turning back now. Larry, watch where you step if you want to make it through the night alive.
Mr. Helio, are you gonna tell me what the hell we're doing in a sewer in Paris?
Remember I told you that to sync the space-time capsule with the cosmic microwave background, we'd need a huge antenna?
Yeah, I kinda remember you saying something about that.
Follow me. This will be our antenna.
The Eiffel Tower? Wow.
Exactly, Larry. The Eiffel Tower is a megastructure, about 1,080 feet tall and 16 million pounds of wrought iron. This will allow us to use it as a giant antenna to couple the capsule with the cosmic microwave background. And in doing so, we can sync the machine with the resonance frequency of the space-time fabric. Now you understand why you had to haul that whole roll of cable? We need to connect the base of the tower to our capsule back in the lab.
Resonance? But in physics class, they said the only way to time travel was through a wormhole.
For someone who barely shows up to class, at least something stuck. If you were a bit more dedicated, you could be a great scientist. Wormholes are just an urban legend, Larry. To keep one open, you need exotic matter, negative energy, things that only exist on university blackboards. What we're doing today isn't opening holes, we're folding space-time. Space-time is like a sheet of elastic rubber, and if you apply the right force, you can bend it.
But that's gotta take some insane strength, right? How many gym bros would we need for that?
That's the point, Larry. If we tried to bend space-time by brute force, we'd need the energy of a black hole. And I don't think your dealer can get you one of those.
No, man, but my buddy Dimitri did score me that deuterium cheap. So, how the hell do we bend freaking space-time?
Ever seen a singer shatter a glass with her voice? That happens because the frequency of her sound wave matches the glass's resonance frequency, its natural mode of vibration. When the two frequencies line up, the oscillations amplify, and the glass breaks.
Ah, I get it. So we're gonna make space-time vibrate like a giant drum?
Something like that, Larry. And since you're into music, that's why we need the Eiffel Tower. We'll use it to sync with the background rhythm of the universe. Then we'll drive space-time into its resonance frequency, soften it up, and finally give it the push to bend.
Sounds badass. And the final kick? How do we pull that off?
That's where the curvature core comes in. It's a miniature nuclear fusion reactor, like a tiny sun, discharging massive energy into the superconducting coils. That's what gives us the hammer blow to fold space-time and complete our trip.
So basically, we tune the guitar strings, and once they're ready, we slam the heavy chord. Sweet.
Not so fast, cowboy. On paper it works. But today is the first time we'll find out if the universe really responds to music.
Then let's hope the universe has a good ear, boss. A sun in a box that we use as a hammer. What could possibly go wrong?
If something does go wrong, there won't be anyone left to tell the story. so don't worry about the reports. All right, Larry, let's get to work. Everything's ready for the first test of the machine.
So this is the little setup you built in Paris. Pretty underground, boss.
I finished calibrations and fine-tuning last night. And here, the machine itself, with a nice view of the Eiffel Tower. Did you bring the popcorn?
Ooh, yeah! You built a time machine inside a Saiyan pod from Dragon Ball?
You like that show? Didn't think today's lost youth still watch the classics.
Come on, Mr. Helio. I'm old school. Hard rock and Japanese anime, born in the wrong decade, like straight out of the 80s.
Actually, the spherical capsule has a scientific reason, Larry.
Let me guess. Rolls better through space-time?
The sphere is the most stable geometry there is. Best ratio between volume and surface area. Less friction, less heat on the walls, and fuel savings. Speaking of which, did you bring the deuterium oxide?
Sure, boss. Got the lazy water right here.
Heavy water, Larry. Lazy is what you are. If you weren't so good at sneaking through Eastern European back alleys, I'd have fired you as my science intern a long time ago.
Well, Mr. Helio, everyone's got their talents.
All right, here we go. First step, configure the trip properly. On this screen, I've set the origin and destination coordinates. For this first test, we're jumping to Paris, year 3000.
Easy peasy, right? Just punch in the date and hit go.
Not so fast, Larry. Look here. We also need to adjust the spatial coordinates. The Earth moves through the galaxy along with the solar system. If you shift the temporal axis but forget to adjust the position of the planet, you could end up floating in the middle of space.
Oh, that's creepy, dude. So how the hell do we know where Paris will be in the year 3000?
I've developed an algorithm that auto-adjusts everything, but make sure the auto-link parameter is on. See? Right here.
Gotcha, boss.
All right, Captain's log. Dr. Helio Mendez speaking. Date, March 14th, 2030. Time, 3 p.m. Proceeding with time machine test number 1. Fuel level, optimal. Curvature core, temperature, stable. Antenna signal, locked. Initiating.
Mr. Helio, this buzzing sound, is that supposed to happen?
Everything's under control, Larry.
Dude, this thing's gonna blow!
Relax. Just need to inject a little more helium. We're off, Larry. There's no turning back now.
Whoa! We're time traveling, Mr. Helio! The days are flying by faster and faster.
We can adjust the speed with this lever. If something catches our eye, we slow it down.
Yo! Skyscrapers just popped up. Looks like New York.
We're now in the year 2100. The city's changed quite a bit.
Let's pick up the pace again. Hit the gas, Mr. Helio.
Wait, something just happened. Did you see that explosion, Larry?
Oh, man. Was that World War III?
Not sure if it was global, but we now know a bomb destroyed the Eiffel Tower around 2200.
Not cool, dude. Is that radioactive haze in the sky? Should we be worried?
As long as we stay inside the capsule and keep moving, we're safe.
Whoa! That drone almost smashed into us.
Looks like they rebuilt the tower. Check out those buildings. Balconies full of plants.
We've reached the year 2600. Seems like civilization came back after the war. The buildings use solar-catching glass, tons of vegetation. Bioclimatic architecture, Larry.
Now the Eiffel Tower lights up white at night. Pretty sleek.
Let's fast forward to the year 3000.
Whoa! Everything's underwater! Does this capsule float?
As long as the curvature core is running, we stay inside the space-time bubble. For this first test, we won't land. We're just passing through. Tomorrow we'll install environmental sensors. And if we find a stable zone with breathable air, we might step outside.
This flood's gotta be from climate change, huh? Guess those damn eco-nerds were right.
Exactly, Larry. For Paris to look like Venice, half the planet must have melted. Greenland, Antarctica.
Yeah, bye polar bears. So long, penguins. Poor little guys. Hey, is that a rocket launcher?
Looks more like a space elevator. It goes straight up into the sky. Maybe humanity figured out faster ways to reach orbit.
Oh, dude, I gotta try that thing. This is like a freaking sci-fi theme park.
That'll be another day, cowboy. For now, mission accomplished. Let's head home.
To space-time, Mr. Helio.
To space-time. We've made history, Larry. Do you realize what we achieved today?
Hell yeah, that trip to the future was insane. So where are we going tomorrow? Middle Ages? Maybe my great-great-grandfather will buy us some murky ale.
Before traveling, we must carefully consider the where and the when. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Like Spider-Man. When are you planning to show this thing to the world? Bet the folks at MIT are pissed, huh, Mr. Helio?
It's still too soon. We need more testing to ensure the trips are safe. A lot could go wrong. But yes, this will hit them hard. They've spent years dismissing my work.
Serves them right. They never should have denied you that university chair. Now they're gonna regret it.
Gentlemen, want me to top up your beers?
Sure thing, gorgeous. Want to have one with us?
I wish I could.
Before we reveal the machine, we must manage the risks. We can't let it fall into the wrong hands. We can now alter the past, present, and future. Any mistake could have unimaginable consequences.
Totally. This is bigger than quantum mechanics and relativity combined.
Larry, there are two basic rules we must follow during testing. 1. Never travel to a time where you or I already exist. And 2. Never interfere in significant historical events, especially in the past.
And if I see my past self, do I just vaporize like in Back to the Future?
No one knows what would happen, and I don't intend to find out.
Okie dokie. No partying with our past selves, then.
Tomorrow we test the past. We'll have to be extremely careful not to disturb the timeline.
Mr. Helio, don't you feel like someone's watching us?
An old man in a rocker drinking in Paris? Who cares? I think dealing with mobsters has made you paranoid.
Maybe it's just me.
All right, young man. I'm heading to the hotel. I'm exhausted. I know you're not exactly a sleep early type, but tomorrow I need you sharp for round 2. So, careful with the Paris night, Larry.
Already leaving, Mr. Helio? I thought we were gonna tear up Paris tonight.
One day I might join you for a wild night, but tonight, not happening.
So, strangers in Paris. Where are you from?
We're from the US. I'm Larry. And the wise guy who just left is my partner, Helio. We're here running some science experiments.
Oh wow, American scientists. Do you guys have some kind of tech company?
Yeah, a global startup. Particle physics and secret stuff. If you're lucky, I might take you to the lab someday.
Sounds like fun. Wanna buy a lottery ticket for tomorrow?
Sure, babe. But only if you write your number on it.
You're trouble.
Time. Now so easy to manipulate, yet still impossible to truly understand.
Flirting with a lottery ticket. Cool.
Wait a sec. Larry, you've got a time machine. You could go back to yesterday, buy today's winning ticket, and become rich. Hey, do you know the winning numbers from today's draw?
Yeah, they just posted them. Did you have a ticket from yesterday? Did you win?
See you later, babe. Gotta take care of something urgent.
Americans.
Follow him quietly.
Careful with the Paris night, Larry. There are two basic rules we must follow during testing. 1. Never travel to a time where you or I already exist. And 2. Never interfere in significant historical events, especially in the past.
Come on. It's just a quick little trip. Barely any fuel. Mr. Helio won't even notice tomorrow. If you're careful and do it the same way Helio did earlier today, nothing will happen. It's 5 million euros, Larry.
All right, Larry, let's do this.
First step, configure the trip properly. On this screen, I've set the origin and destination coordinates.
I need to go back to yesterday, March 13th, 10 a.m., to buy that lottery ticket.
Fuel level optimal. Curvature core temperature stable. Antenna signal locked. We can now alter the past, present, and future. Any mistake could have unimaginable consequences.
Larry, you've checked everything. Nothing can go wrong. In a few hours, you'll be on a yacht in the Caribbean. Hit that button, man. Come on, Larry. Yo, this thing's not supposed to fly, man.
The Earth moves through the galaxy along with the solar system. If you shift the temporal axis but forget to adjust the position of the planet, you could end up floating in the middle of space.
Oh, shit. The coordinates.
Boss, you need to come see this.
Damn it, Larry.